Good morning, Fiberifians. How are we all going today? It is a gorgeous day up here in Brisbane. I don't know what the temperature is. I could look, but I'm not gonna. But it's not that cold. I mean, it's cool for Brisbane, but in the scheme of worldwide winters, totally not cold. I think we'd be up at about sort of 10, 12 degrees. T-shirt on today. Mind you, I have a t-shirt on, but I do have the heater on. So, yeah, that could be a thing. I am not as organised on my table as I had have hoped right now. So just give me 1 second while I'll tell you what happened is I got sidetracked with like organising prizes and my craft camera today. So sorry about the craft camera. It's not great. Good morning to everybody. What's Kim's poem today? I'm starting our knit along, so I thought I'd write a song, a rhyme or two, a figure would do to keep me going strong. Fantastic. In going with your theme today, Kim, the knit along starts next Tuesday. They are pre-recorded videos. And I think we're probably going to have 2 or 3 videos just with a few of the steps week after week. And I am feeling heaps and heaps and heaps better. So I am not 100% yet, but I am totally getting there. So I'm just going through some, oh, good morning, Craig. Just saw my Facebook post on my space themed yarns. Oh my God, I'm in love. Yeah, I have a little problem with the themings of things. I have space themed yarns and I have scientific termed fibers, although in saying that I screwed one up and space themed a fiber. But anyway, it's all good. Good morning to Kim. Good morning to Gamer Widows. Tammy. Hey Tammy, how's it going? Where are we? Craig is from Scotland. Okay. From Scotland, where it's the middle of summer but still freezing and wet. Yeah, I'd heard that about Scotland. My family's from Scotland and I want to go and have a look, but I don't think I want to live there. So I take it some of you saw the photos of today's prizes. There's 3. I've got some Andromeda 8-ply, some pinwheel lace weight, and some Colson 2017 in sunflower. So we'll give those away during today's live stream. Kim says, good morning, Vanessa. Kim says, oh my God, I read the pattern this morning. I might need to wait until you upload the videos. Yeah, that's fine. Then you can do it with us. Yeah, it's like, it's part of the fun, isn't it? Were you really going to jump ahead and not do it with us? But anyway, I'm not going to judge you. Today's crafty cam is something a little bit different. That's why it's on this weird angle, because I needed a bit more height. I'm going to be support spindling today. I haven't support spun in a while, so I'm a little rusty. I was trying to do a little bit of, you know, getting it ready. So if I drop it and stuff, it's going to happen. And the fluff I'm spindling is some hand-dyed, I knew I'd forget. Hang on. Some of this stuff. Eclipse. It's 50% Mongolian cashmere, 50% mulberry silk. And I've hand-dyed it with a bit of basically the Colson colorways, because I'm obsessed with the Colson colorways, because Colson's awesome. Lynn just got home from knit night. Awesome. Lynn, grab a cuppa and join us. We're just talking about the pretties we're going to give away today. Oh. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me okay and see everything okay. We've got a bit of an orange stream from YouTube. So, you know, for those of you that don't know, my upload speeds here are terrible, so you're going to get choppy video. Hopefully the audio is okay. Okay, so it's the Chantel on air yet. I don't have her connected. Maybe refresh, Joss. Someone tell Joss to refresh. What sounds tragic, Kim? Hang on a second. I'm confused. I'm lost. I'll just drink this coffee. Okay, so I have coffee today, not water. Obviously feeling better, drinking coffee again. And I've got fluff up my nose from spinning, so I should have probably grabbed a tissue. Oh, the fluff I'm spinning. Yeah, it's horrible. It feels like I could use it for scouring pots. No, it's beautiful. It's like holding a cloud. It's probably, it's my second favourite of the blends that I sell. My Aurora would be my favourite because it's got all the natural sort of tan colours through it and it dyes up really pretty and goes from there. So I'm going to move these aside. So guys, I want to give away one at 20 past 22 and just on 11 or just on the hour, so about every 20 minutes to half an hour. We might go a bit longer today because my voice is going to hold out, I think. Hi Joss, how's it going? So yeah, so I'm just going to pop these aside because I need this space. I have only limited spacingtons. Today's lip balm is Beard and Lady chocolate, cardamom and rose. And seriously, you guys need to get onto the Beard and Lady website. Oh, that's a really bad shot of my arm. I don't like that. Beard and Lady website. Come on, camera, you can do it. We cover my face. No, it's not gonna. It just doesn't want to do it. Beardandlady.com. They make the most beautiful stuff. And they ship around the world. They're in the US. They're in North Carolina. I've realised I've got quite a following in North Carolina, I don't know why, or in South Carolina as well, and that's pretty cool, so I'm pretty happy about that. We have hit 750 subscribers on YouTube, so welcome to all the new subscribers. Don't really have anything to say. Tammy will need to set her alarm so she can remind you. Yeah, come on, Tammy, with the time checks. Do you know what? Do you know what's terrible, you guys? Is Tammy's at work and she is driving and listens with me in her pocket. So maybe someone else can remind me so Tammy doesn't crash, because I'll cry if I find out Tammy crashed. Okay. Oops, I didn't make myself enough room. Hang on a second. You think, oh, I'll just knock the camera as well. Everything is bad. So I've got my little support spindle. It's a little Tibetan. It's ebony and ivory. It's just the names of the woods. It's not anything evil and bad. A layer of the bearded dragon bowl. And I can't remember where my spindle came from. I wish Emma was here because I bought it from Emma when she was doing spun out, and I love it. It's got a nice sharp tip on it, but it's timber tip. I don't like metal tips on my support spindles because I use wooden bowls, and if you have a metal tip in a wooden bowl, it can scratch it. So I don't want to do that. So this is my fluff. It's a bit of blues and greys, and I've just speckly dyed it a bit, and I've pre-drafted some little pieces. So I'll just use one of those. So now I'm all stressed out because you're all watching while I do this, and I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, yeah, of course, straight up, make a mistake. Let's go. Let's go. Laughing but staying on the road. Laughing while driving. Laughing's okay. I'm okay with you laughing. Laughing is fine. I have no problems with you laughing. Just no dying. Dying would be bad. So how have you all been? How's your week been? I have been nana napping every day, trying to get better. And what I do is I get a couple of little jobs done and then have a sleep and then do a couple more jobs and then pick my daughter up from school. So yeah. So who's that? Andrea. I've never seen this done before. I'm intrigued. Andrea, I have a whole video on how to support spindle. So if you want to get some good up close, clearer shots of how I do it, because how this lighting's set up and the camera is not the greatest. Did I diz it first? No, I did not diz this first. I've sort of just pulled it straight off and just, I'll show you how I prepared a little bit in a sec. You're missing my husky voice. I tell you what, I am not missing the husky voice. I well and truly had enough of that. People making comments when I had to answer the phone, because the thing was, like, towards the end I was feeling okay, but my voice sounded dreadful. This is a really good way to start spinning. If you are concerned about the cost of a wheel or the space that a wheel takes, then this is a really good way to start spinning. Get yourself a really decent support spindle. I would recommend Lair of the Bearded Dragon if you want to go Australia. Jensen spindles, Snyder spindles if you want to go away. I've always been too nervous to spin because of my fat chubby man hands. Craig, I've got my fat chubby women hands that are child sized and I spin. So you should try it. You should have a go. You might love it. You might find something that you love. So don't be afraid just because of how other people may perceive things. Otherwise, honestly, this YouTube channel would never have happened because I am terrified of how people perceive me. And I'm still here a year later and I'm still here. Oh, it's okay. I was trying to sound knowledgeable by saying Diz. Oh, you're hilarious, Kim. So yeah, this week has just been a case of trying to, catch up. I realized yesterday when I was sending out last week's prizes that I had quite a little stash of prizes that needed to go out. So I believe all the prizes shipped yesterday. So if you are waiting on a prize, whether it's the Gamer Widows is recommending the Luxury Overdose spindles. There you go. I personally support spindle, which is in the little bowl. So I like to have, switch camera. There we go. I like to have a little bowl and a spindle that spins. I don't drop spindle because I drop them and I'm lazy and I don't want to get up and go and pick up the spindle. So it's normally if I drop it on a table, it's just on a table. Okay. So I've got a bit here. I'm just going to move it down. See how it's filling up at the top there? I wasn't watching what I was doing and I should have been filling it up a bit further down. So I'm just going to move it down, right down to the bottom. Hopefully I've been putting enough twist in because I haven't been watching what I'm doing. I've been watching you guys. Tammy says I sound heaps better. Thank you, Tammy. I feel heaps better. I'm still not 100%, but I am definitely on the mend. Good morning, Mad Stitcher. So yeah, so we've got 3 skeins of yarn to give away today. I'm feeling exceptionally generous. Yes, I am. As everyone knows, I ship worldwide for the winning skeins. If you want to buy off my website and you're not in Australia and you're like, hey Chantal, I want to buy your stuff, but your website doesn't let me, just send me an email. I don't do it through my website because it's a pain in the bottom trying to make it. Oh, just tangled up my own yarn because I'm clever. The actual website that when I originally built it, I didn't realize anyone from outside Australia would want my things because I'm all about the self-worth and little amounts of it. So I didn't worry about setting it up so I could ship internationally, other than New Zealand. And so I can ship New Zealand. It looks so fine. Why doesn't it break? It doesn't break. Well, it does break sometimes, but it generally doesn't break because the twist that you add makes it strong. Vanessa says my first spindle was an Ashford Turkish drop spindle, very sturdy. See, I don't like the big spindles. I think they make life harder for spinners, personally. Tammy's telling me it's nearly prize time. And the Gamer Widows was reminded to order a handy andy. Yeah, totally get yourself a handy andy. I think they're a great tool. What have I done there? Look at this. See? I'm not watching and I'm doing stuff. I know what it is. It's fine. It's fluff from before, from my tail. I'll pull that off. There we go. Go away. We don't want you. You're in the way. Alright. So, yeah. So basically everything when it comes to spinning is about just adding twist to your fluff. And that's what creates the strength. So you add, like when you twist it, it adds heaps of twist. And then see how it sort of, oh, can you see how it's made the little kinky bits near my nose? There's kinky bits near my nose. There you go. Anyway, there's a whole YouTube video on how to go and do that. I'm not sure pub spinning would be a great idea for me. No, I don't know if pub spinning is a great idea for anybody. I have a silk thread that needs plying and not really wanting to wrap it around my hand. I don't blame you. I started using a handy Annie because of exactly that that exact problem. I ended up with a purple finger and it was very bad. I ended up having to cut the yarn off and destroyed the whole lot because I lost circulation to my finger. I have, how do you know how thick to make it? Well, it's, when you support spindle, it kind of wants to be thinner. I've found, I mean, you can do thicker if you want, but when I support spindle, I'm looking for lace weight, so I kind of just pull on it. Bar stools are a great, bar stools are a great height for drop spindling, yeah. I am definitely not the person to talk to about drop spindling. I use Turkish spindles every now and again just because they're cute, but I don't actually drop spindle at all. Other than Turkish spindling, and even then it's very few and far between. I collect them more than use them. Don't take the nice ones. Oh, if you're going to spin at a pub, that's fair enough. I would, yeah, take something dodgy that people are, because people always want to touch everything, and I don't have a problem with that generally, but if it's something special, then I get a bit miffy. Alrighty, so everyone who's in the chat today, let's have a look. There are 13 of you. Make sure you've given my video here a thumbs up so that YouTube are friendly and they let people know that we're live, because sometimes they don't, which is disappointing. So if anyone who wants a chance to win some yarn, I'm just winding this on just so I can put it down. Morning, Allegra, you're in time to win some yarn, chick. We're going to give away this pink Andromeda. It is 195 meters for 100 grams. It's about an 8-ply to a worsted, so DK to worsted. I ship everywhere, so if you want a chance to win, you tell me what you would make with this. This is the same stuff that I made my teal beanie out of for Bendigo, and I used one skein. I've got like a little ball left over. Are you already giving me a thumbs up? Thank you, Andrea. So anyone who wants to knit this or crochet with this, what would you make with it? So everyone jump in. And I'll drink some coffee and spindle. Good morning, Megan. So we're just literally doing a giveaway right this second. If you would use this 8-ply yarn, what would you use to make it, and you might win it. So just pop that in the comments. A beanie or a cowl and some gloves, a beanie. I'd make, like, it was beautiful as a beanie, honestly. I might just pop it there. How's that? I mean, it's not the greatest. I got to do something about my second camera, to be honest. It's not picking up color the greatest. Andrea says she's never made a beanie. Oh, well, like not even crocheted one. Oh, I've been making little cats. I could do a pink one. Oh, I saw that photo you put up on Instagram, Tammy, of your pink. No, not pink. See, I got pink on the brain now. Of the little cat you made that was next to Phil, your real life cat. I'd try a pink elephant for my baby sister, a beanie for my pink obsessed 8-year-old. Nup. I had to think about what NFI means, and I think I worked it out. Sorry, Gamer Widows, I'm so sad, aren't I? A dumping cat. Great colour for those pussy hats. Yes, it is. I made pink because when I was doing up all my dyeing for Bendigo, and I had the 8-ply, and I had some sort of Colsony greys, and I had the teal, and I had purple, and an orangey colour, and yeah, a great colour to use in a colourwork hat. I'd also make a super cute pom-pom. I'm rubbish at pom-poms. I am so rubbish at pom-poms, it's not funny. I end up trimming and trimming and trimming and trimming until my 5-inch pom-pom is like 2 inches. Alright, so this particular hat, let me put this down and do the thing. Okay, stop doing that. Alright, this one's going to go to It's going to go to Michelle Anyways to Knit. I'm going to write that down. Michelle, congratulations. You have won the pink 8-ply. My kid makes the pom-poms. Yeah, Abby makes pom-poms too, but I'm not allowed to have them. I'm just writing it down. Hang on, Michelle. Anyways, anyway to knit. And I'm just making sure. I think I've got your address, Michelle, but you know the deal. Send it through again. So that I can, you know, find it, because I'm rubbish at that stuff. So congratulations to Michelle, everybody. Where are we at? We're at 20 minutes. Good job, guys. We're keeping on our little doobie, what's it, like plan? Yes, we're keeping with our plan. Oh my gosh. I am so out of practice with live streams and setting up the videos, and oh, it's terrible. But I'll get back into the swing of things. And then, hey, I realized the other day, right, that I went to Bendigo like the day after Abby started school term again. And then I went to Bendigo, did all that, had so much fun. If you haven't seen the Bendigo live videos, go and watch those, because I was being very cheeky and naughty. And then I got home. A couple of days later, I get sick, because Abby was sick when I got home. And then it's like all these dates, you know, chunk. And I've just realized Abby starts holidays again in like 5 weeks. It's like halfway through school term. I'm like, when did that happen? Anyway, I just thought I'd share that, because I can't get over the fact that this year is halfway through August, and I'm gonna August bad. End of August is my birthday, and I get old this year. Officially in my brain, it becomes old, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. And then I'll probably hit it and go, who cares? Because I'm still the same, you know, dag that I've always been. It doesn't matter that I hit that milestone. Oh, see, look, when you don't have enough twist in your section, it does break. So yeah. It gets like that. Also, September the 9th is Fiberific's birthday. Fiberific turned 6. I can't believe it. Not the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel only just turned 1. But the actual business has turned 6. So, I will actually be away that weekend at VidCon Australia. So, we can't do anything that particular weekend. And then but then I've ordered in something special. I've got a new yarn that I will dye up specially to celebrate Fiberific's birthday. And I'll talk more about that later. That can be a teaser for another time. So we've got a new yarn base to do something special for Fiberific. Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you try too hard to pull it. Hang on. 40 is okay. It's the same as last. Andrea says, it dawned on me Grace only has 1.5 terms to go before high school. Yeah, it's really, like, Abby started high school this year. It messes with your brain. Age is overrated. It doesn't reflect your awesomeness. That is true, actually. There's a lot of people. But, yeah, a lot of people who are, you know, my age and older, and younger even, that are just amazing. So, you're right. Age is overrated. But you still get to those little milestones in your life and just think, yeah, it is a bit scary when they start high school. We realised pretty late that we needed to pick a high school and book her in and go to interviews and all that sort of stuff. Because of the area that we live in, we decided to send Abby to a private school. And we're really happy with the school we sent her to. She's not, because none of her friends go there, and I'm the evil mother of doom who destroyer of friendships. But anyway, we won't go into that. I'm happy with the high school. I think it's great. So, we've got the knitters starting their project of socks, rainbow sock cowl next week, next Tuesday, if all goes to plan. And then we'll do that for a couple of weeks. And then I've got a dyeing video that I really want to do. To show you guys how to do some semi-solid variegated dyeing. So we've got one dyeing video up already, which is just a really nice soft dyeing video, which just shows how to do the semi-solid. But now we're going to do a semi-solid variegated. Hang on, I've just got an evil pop-up of doom. Go away, internet security. You better not crash my computer again. Oh, yes, last week, guys, my computer shut down. It's what happened. I had a blue screen of doom for those of you that didn't come back. And it just completely shut down. So it wasn't the internet or anything. It was just the computer. So I'm really happy with how this is coming out. You can't see that. There we go. No, there we go. No, it's a bit of a mess. I've got to wind it on and make it pretty and all that sort of stuff. So, hang on, I got under my table I have a little cushion for my feet, keep my feet from getting cold. But yeah, so is everybody still here? Because no one's talking. What am I going to make with it? Honestly, I don't know. Probably a lace scarf or something. It's what I generally do. I am one of those people. Do you know what? I'm also one of those people that lose their end. I'm one of those people that I like process rather than project orientated. So I felt like spindling. So that's where I went. And sorry guys, thank you for letting me know you're still here. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I tend to choose what I'm going to do based on the process I feel like working on rather than an actual project. It's very rare for me to plan out a project from from spinning all the way through to knitting or crocheting. Is lace my favorite? I think so. I really do. I've been thinking about that a little bit lately, tossing up between lace and like 4-ply, and I think I really do like lace a lot. I definitely like knitting lace shawls and things like that, and I like using beads, so there's that. But I have to say, it had been a really long time since I'd used 8-ply, and I really enjoyed making that hat. The pattern was good. I mean, don't look too closely at my cables. I'm not very good at cables. I can't be good at everything, guys, can I? I'm like one of those people that hey Anka! I'm one of those people that's a bit average at lots and lots of things. So while I can show everyone the basics of stuff, I can't really show the advanced stuff too much, except for a few things, because I'm just a little bit average at most things, but I really enjoy it, and I think that that's worth it. Who's frogging? Marion's frogging something. Oh no. Kim wants to know if Anka's got brownies. That's a good question. Anka, do you have brownies? Because I could really go a brownie today. I haven't been eating chocolate or anything, that's not good for me, except for, takeaway dinners, because, I've been sick, so I haven't been cooking much. Oh, last night I went out for tea. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see what I had for tea. I ordered this thing. It was so good. Teriyaki chicken with vegetables on rice. Oh, so good. Anyway, I don't know why I'm hungry. It's 10:30 and I had breakfast. I think it's because I'm blaming Kim, because Kim wanted to know about you ate chocolate yesterday. I did too. And Abby, what are you doing? Is it morning tea? Abby's in the chat, you guys, from school. You better not be in class, girly, or I'm gonna. And she's right. I had chocolate last night. I had a cherry ripe. It was. Oh, it was so good. You love the process, so fantastic tools are so important. Yeah, exactly right. And because I do enjoy, I'm not talking to Abby anymore because she should be at school. Like, well, she better be in. Oh, geez. Oh, it's morning tea. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Far out, honey. You're in so much trouble. Uncle says your tea from last night looked amazing and I drilled. Do you know what? I nearly drilled too and I was eating it. So everybody, the life of Abby123 is my daughter. She is currently at school in her morning tea break listening to this. Don't you have anything better to do than to listen to this? Oh, you're a true savage. Okay. Don't be cheeky in my chat, honey girl, or you'll find yourself blocked. So, yeah, no, I did. I had chocolate yesterday. Oh, it was so good. It wouldn't be as good as Uncle's brownies, though. You can trust your child to W in. Absolutely. Allegra says, lol, Abby, best way to spend your lunch. Random crazy. I used to chat to my mum whilst at school all the time. Was your mum a teacher? Because, like, when I was at school, I couldn't chat to my mum at school because, you know, I'm old and there was no phone. So, where are we up to? I have Anzac Slice if you want to come over for afternoon tea. Oh, gosh, I'm tempted. So tempted, but I've got a bit of work to get done today. So, I have got something like 50 or 60 skeins of yarn that I need to take photos of to get up on the website so that you guys can drool over them if you didn't go to Bendigo. And I haven't done it yet because I am slack. Andrea has a chocolate cake. Nope. Phone life. What? I don't understand. Anyway. Oh, I remember my school had a public phone box under the admin building. And there was always a lineup for it. You could only use it, like, very rarely. Gosh, that's old. Do they even have are public phone boxes still a thing? Like, do they still exist? Kim says, you are not slack, you've been sick. Oh, I know, but, like, I feel like I'm slack. I lived about 200 metres from my school gate, so I'd go home. Oh, nice. My nephew has just moved in with my mum, and he is about the same distance from school, so they're talking about actually bringing his lunch up freshly made each day and handing it to him over the fence. I'm like, oh my god, can you bring me my lunch freshly made each day? Wow. Miss Goldsmith wants you to come to school. She wants you to do the textile unit for home ec. No. Oh, no. Abby, don't be showing your teachers these videos. Oh. Now it's terrible. As Kim's written, I think they double as Telstra Air hotspots. So, does anyone know anything about the Telstra Air? Because I don't have it. We have phone boxes in... Oh... Craig says we have phone boxes in Scotland, but they're just used for drunk men to pee in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right. Note to self, never use a public phone box if I ever get to Scotland. I showed the kids in my class your videos. Oh, thanks, Abby. That's awesome. Oops, crash and burn. We've just had some fibre fall off. Which one was it? Equinox. Is it Equinox? Yes, Equinox just fell down. Yes, I don't know how I feel about that, Abby. I have not seen a public phone box here. Oh, and you're in, is that Seattle, Anka? Yeah, thanks, Kim. I don't know what it is. See, I get some, like, I'm embarrassed. Like, it's silly. I'm sitting here online with all of you guys, and Abby tells, now I'm, like, shaking. Abby tells me, oh, look, I'm just put it down for a second. Abby tells me she's told the teachers and I'm a jittery mess. So there we go. Craig, it's not limited to Scotland. A bit of that goes on in Melbourne. We've got some free Wi-Fi phone boxes in Brisbane. Okay, so where are we at for time? 10:35. It's nearly time to give away some more pretties. Oh, there we go. So, someone asked me what my favourite yarn weight was. What's your favourite yarn weight? Do you have a favourite? Do you like lace weight, or do you prefer 8-ply or worsted, or what do you prefer? Let me know in the chat, you guys. Because, you know, I'm always curious, because I do think about what yarns other people like to... to make. I don't just buy and dye yarn for me, although I do make sure I like it because, you know, if it doesn't sell, then it's mine. That's the rules. If it doesn't sell, it's mine. Hang on, I got a little bit here that's being a bit naughty. Lace for pretty, worsted and bulky for speed. 8-ply yarn is my favourite. Aaron and DK for you. I love working with fine cottons to make doilies. Dollar ply. What's a dollar? That's a 5-ply for you. I gravitate. There we go. We have a new word today. It's gravitate. I gravitate towards... Oh no, everything's moving so quickly now. Fingering at the moment. 4-ply or less for nice stuff. 8-ply for everything else. I like worsted or bulky. Depends on the project. I'm good with any weight. I've only used 8-ply and worsted. I'm keen to try a 4-ply. Fingering sock yarn to knit. Spinning cobweb. Yeah, see, I like that too. Hang on. I'm going to have to add some more yarn. 4-ply and hand spun. Do you know what, you guys? I spin like fairly infrequently now just because of, you know, hours in a day and all that. But I've got this massive crate of stuff I've spun and I just haven't used because time. Where are we? Addicted to sock yarn. Love it as long as it feels good. Yeah, it's got to feel nice. I really like worsted, but don't buy much here in Australia because there's not much worsted here, is there? My new favourite's 3-ply because I can't say light fingering to muggles and keep a straight face. Yeah, there's that. I don't know if Joss is doing the socks, Kim. My mum gets all the doilies I make. Hubby won't let me have the old lady stuff in the house. Joss isn't knitting just yet. She will. Joss, I have plans for you, Chicky. Yeah, so that's a really, like, everyone's pretty well everything, but they have a favourite, which is cool. Which means that you don't limit yourselves, which is excellent. Because that's, I think, like, when we craft, the only because we have the skills, if we're limiting ourselves, like, if we do something, we are truly just limiting ourselves by what we're comfortable with. And if you just that little step outside of your comfort zone, sometimes you can surprise yourself. And I really like that. Miss Minnie, I like 8-ply and 4-ply. 10-ply is too thick. I'm in Queensland and I don't have much use for 10-ply like wool, but I'll use 10-ply cotton. I make crochet tops and stuff for in summer. Like, we get hot summers, like 40-degree days with, like, you know, humidity of 147 million. It's not really, but it feels like it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I like to use the worsted weight cotton to make the crochet tops, just to chuck over singlets and stuff, because I wear singlets around the house, but I don't like wearing them out of the house. Where are we up to? There's more worsted on the market now than a few years ago. The cakes that are all the rage now are worsted. Spotlight stocks a bit of Lion Brand, and Big W had Red Heart. Yeah, that's true. That is true. You can get it, but like in the US, that's what the standard is. So it's everywhere over there, and everything is in worsted. Although I was reading someone's pattern the other night, and the pattern said, you know, it was worsted weight yarn, but then when I read the meterage, it was more of a DK. So I think that in the US they might use worsted for a lot of things rather than actually splitting it down to the DK a bit. But anyway, I'm not going to complain because, like, I got a whole video of me complaining about yarn standards. We don't need another one. And in the UK it's called 4-ply. In the USA it's called 4-ply. Yeah, I think that depends on the yarn company. I just squished my own fingers really tight. Okay, so we're going to give away the next thing. So you didn't even have to remind me, I just did it. We're going to do Colson 2017. Colson 2017 in sunflower sock yarn. It's an 80% wool, 20% nylon, 375 meters per 100 grams. This would probably be one of my favorite colorways. It was also one of the first ones that I made repeatable. It's one of my Marvel line. hence Coulson. Like, yep. Fluff, go. Oh, wait. And this is where, oh, look. Oh, I may have a theme. It might be something I like. I saw Clec Heaton Superfine Merino and Joanne's shop price was about $15 a ball. Wow. That would be nice to knit with the Storm. Yes, it would be nice to knit with the Storm, wouldn't it? I recently used the last of my Red Heart Super Saver from my stash, but it was there for close to 10 years. Oh, I used some Bernat something for a workshop that I did. What was it? Bernat. I can't remember what it was, but it was a worsted weight acrylic. We were doing... I think Craig wants to win this yarn, you guys. So everyone has to beat Craig's plan or he gets it. A desert style scarf man shawl for me and only me. I don't blame you, actually. It's really nice. It's such a pretty colour. It's like, it's not feminine, which I like. It's, yeah, like I think everything else I've got here at the moment is a little bit feminine, but this is such a good colour. I'm a bit biased, so it was one of my first. Coulson's been around for a couple of years now, and this is the new revamped version for 2017. Who votes? Okay, everybody, we're going to change it up. Who votes we just give this straight up to Craig? Because he's never won a yarn before, because he's new. And we'll just see how it goes. Let's see if everyone... So, Craig, you have to sell this to get it for yourself. There we go. You can do all the work. I'll just sit here and drink coffee and read the comments like I'm watching a YouTube video. I've been rewatching all my Marvel videos. I've actually, believe it or not, I started rewatching the IT Crowd sort of day before yesterday. I noticed there's some new episode. Because it's the token guy. No, he's not the token guy. Gosh, that's mean. We got other token guys. Give it to Craig, and then he has to give us a fashion parade when he finishes the man scarf. Oh, look at this, Craig. I think you've just scored this yarn because you came up with a really good idea for it straight up. Oh, I've spoken to everyone, and they've all said yes. Craig, congratulations. PM me your address and I'll ship this to you. So Craig wins the Sunflower Sock Yarn. Craig McManus. Don't worry, guys. We got another yarn. We got another yarn. And if he's already won one, he can't win that one, can he? You can't have this one, Craig. No, like bright green lace weight. And I tell you what, you know what? The green in the crafty cam is probably closer to how green this really is. So Craig, you need to go over and join the Fibrific Fun Zone on Facebook, and then you can post pictures of how you're going, and maybe let us know if you've got an Instagram account or something like that. We can follow along with how you're going, because that would be cool. We love to see, well, especially me, I love to see people making stuff. And so, yeah, the screen is really bright. So the Instagram photo that I put up just before this stream, it is pretty accurate, depending obviously on your phone, but like on my phone, it looked great. So yeah, back to spinning. So Craig needs to let us know how he goes and what he decides to go with, and, the only deserts in Scotland are when the pub runs out of beer. Now, is that not just a... See, I take offence to that because my family's Scottish and I'm only a little bit of a lush. I'm not totally a lush. I used to drink shots with that green and Baileys. Would that be Midori? Like, would Midori be the green thing? I don't think I've actually ever drunk Midori. I think the colour of it has put me off. It's a melony drink. I like melon. I suppose I could drink it. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that morning tea's finished and Abby's not listening to us talk about booze. Absinthe? No, absinthe you wouldn't mix in shots. Oh, someone's ringing me right now. Sorry, whoever's ringing me, because I'm going to ignore you. Um, creme de menthe would be green as well. Coconut and pineapple. Sorry, whoever it was, you can leave a message. I've got voicemail. Where are we? Just reading. I don't think I've had creme de menthe either. That'd be the home ec teacher. Don't even joke about that. Oh my lord, that would be terrifying. Can you imagine teaching a room full of 12-year-olds how to do anything at all? Like, I have to deal with Abby. She doesn't want me to teach her anything. Why would anyone else? Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Better not be a home ec teacher. Now I want to know who it was. I'm so curious. I'm such a curious person. And I think that's my thing, is like, I'm so curious about pretty well everything. And so I want to learn how to, do all the things, whether it's spinning, weaving, knitting, crocheting, like everything, anything to do with fibre and yarn. I want to learn how to do it all. And because of that, I don't really specialise in anything. My brother did cocktails in his year 12 cooking class. Really? Like, I'm assuming they were like mocktails. Oh, no, you're in Melbourne, so there'd be a lot of 18-year-olds, wouldn't there? See, up here we have a lot of 17-year-olds doing grade 12. They'd want to make cocktails, I'm sure. I'll just toss it over there. I've got too big a bunch. Fix this up. So sometimes you need to untwist it because I haven't drafted it. Because I haven't pre-drafted it. Like, if I had pre-drafted it, this would have been so much easier, honestly. Pre-drafting win. But I didn't, because I just went, oh yeah, let's spin. Marion then said that her son did that. My niece did winemaking in grade 12 and the teachers got to be the judges. Like, seriously, how can you make wine if you can't taste it to see if it's any good? Like, oh, here, I made you some vinegar because I've got no idea if it tastes any good because I can't drink it because I'm underage. Jeez. So for those of you outside of Australia, you may not know the Australian legal drinking law is 18. I know that it's higher in the US. I think it's 18 in the UK, right? Is Craig still around, or has he got his yarn and run? Yeah, I think it's 18 in Europe as well to be able to drink booze. No, real booze. He even brewed up some liqueur thing. Wow, that's cool. I don't know if Abby's school would do that. Drinking at school would make exams interesting. Yeah, hello Prax. 21 in the US. Where are we? I need some more fluff. I might just pre-draft up a little bit just to make my own life a bit easier, because, you know, all that. Just in year 12 I didn't make wine cocktails, but I did test the ethanol content in some chemistry. Gosh, I didn't do chemistry or home ec in grade 12. I did computer science, and what else did I do? Sound and lighting, stuff like that. I was like engineering stuff. Also bookkeeping, which I failed miserably at, which is hilarious. And then I oh, Craig, we love having you here. 18 in the UK, and yep, I'm here, although most start drinking in nursery school. That is just perpetuating an evil myth, that is. Although it's probably not totally incorrect. I forgot to shut down my Instagram off my computer, and I keep getting these ping messages across the side. So sorry about that. Yeah, Craig is now officially like the popular kid in class today. The year 12 did the ethanol test when I was a lab tech, and the staff got to drink the leftovers. Isn't there the risk of like you becoming blind or something by drinking ethanol? Like, I don't know enough about it, obviously. I wouldn't have. Funny thing is, I used to work in hospitality school. It's fun getting issued cab charge vouchers to get home. Oh dear. Yes. It's like, oh, part of my job is cab charging because I have to test all this stuff and I'm going to be tanked afterwards. That's hilarious. So what have we got left to give away today? We've got some green pinwheel. Now the story with the pinwheel is I've had to discontinue this yarn, which I'm exceptionally sad about because it's my favourite for lace knitting with beads. But the mill that I buy it from in Australia no longer makes it, and it's very, very sad. So I'm exceptionally sad over this. The students need to test their skills on someone. The green stuff. Yes, the green stuff. So it is actually, do you know what, now thinking about it, I probably could have called it Midori. What did I call it? I may not have called it anything. Nope, I did not name it. Who votes we now call that green yarn Midori? I'm going to write on it, Midori. Because I think I've got another skein in the bag. No? No, you don't want to call the green yarn Midori, or no, something else? I don't know. You guys have, like, you've got to remember the timing between when I see the comments versus when you write them is a bit off. Excuse me, I've got a cough. I've got a tickle happening. Mid illusions are nice. MIDI illusions are nice. I don't know what that is. Is there an online petition where we can sign to bring it back? Ah, no, there's not. There's no, there's absolutely no way I can get it anymore. They've stopped making it. Oh, sorry. Thank you for clarifying that it was the pinwheel being discontinued. So I've got a few, I think I've got about, I'd have to double check, but I think I have about 10 kilos left, because when they discontinued it, I ordered as much as they would let me, so that I could have a little bit of stockpile. Oh look, I've got a big chunky bit I don't like. Let's fix this. So yeah, so I got a little stockpile of the undyed, so I've got a little bit of it left. Looks like a shop we have here called Apple Sours. What's in that? I've not heard of that. Because see, obviously I'm like, I was like, oh look, I'm allowed to drink alcohol at 18, and now I've had bourbon, and now I've had more bourbon, and oh look, I'm officially a bourbon drinker. And then recently I've started trying some more things. The last couple of years, me and a girlfriend down in Melbourne, we have online cocktail parties where we will find a recipe and go shopping for all the bits. I think Midori is a bit darker in colour. Oh, okay. Alright. What's an apple teeny got in it? Because that's green too, isn't it? I don't know. I have to be careful. We're going to get age rated talking about all this booze in the chat. I think it just turns green with food colouring. I started drinking bourbon and Coke because that's what the guys had. Yep, I started drinking bourbon and Coke because that's what my mum drank. And then I changed to bourbon and dry because I've worked out that I don't get a hangover if I drink. It's got turfs in it. I'll give you the yarn and you can take it to the bottle shop. Oh, well, why don't I just take it to the bottle shop? But that would be an interesting live chat. Us at the bottle shop, colour matching to booze. That would be funny. I don't drink much currently. I'm working through a lovely bottle of port. Look, I think I had a beer the other night with, what did I cook for tea? I made tacos, soft tacos. And I had a beer with that, and I think that was the first booze I'd had since Bendigo, because I'd been sick. I'm not a huge drinker anyway, but, you know, cruises. Oh, look, I think I avoided the cruises. They're just so sweet. And it turns out I've become an old man drinker, and I like whiskey, like with one ice cube in it. A nice whiskey with an ice cube. Oh, I remember UDLs. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's call it Kermit. Well, how is that boozy, Tammy? You can't call it Kermit. I remember UDLs. Oh my gosh. I remember nearly having a heart attack when I saw how much, a UDL, like a carton of UDLs was. Oh dear, you guys are all voting for Kermit. Oh no. We could call it Kermit. It's alright. We'll call it Kermit. Alright, I've been outvoted, haven't I? Because booze leads to kissing frogs. I think misspent youth and growing up with witches or something leads to kissing frogs, doesn't it? Yum whiskey. Yeah. See, I like good whiskey. That's my friend Maggie's fault. Maggie McCafferty. She brings home, or brings to Bendigo, the best whiskey. And I've become a tragic, is what it is. Thanks to Maggie. Drunk Kermit adds to the booze factor. So I'm going to pop this down because I'm not going to get to the end of this before our time is up. So I'm just going to write on here, Kermit. And you get exclamations because I'm obsessed with... Alright, everybody, it's official. We named it Kermit. Kermit. Who wants Kermit? Oh, what's that? It's a bulldog clip. Who wants Kermit? And what are you going to make with it? If you get Kermit, what are you going to make with it? It is pinwheel, which is 90% merino, 10% silk. It's got a gorgeous handle. 680 meters for 100 grams. It's delicious. It's my favorite. My favorite yarn, except for the yarn that I've got coming for Fibrofic's birthday. Woohoo! Joss wants Kermit. Call it Drunk Kermit. We could call it Drunk Kermit. No, we'll just call it Kermit. Someone else could call it Drunk Kermit if they want. Excuse me. Sorry for sniffling. I did not bring tissues handy. Go Kermit, gorgeous shawl. Yeah, look, seriously, if any of you have seen the shawls that I make, those lace shawls with the beads, it uses one skein because it's got nice meterage. Shawlette. You could totally get a shawl out of it, Anchor. You don't even need a shawlette. Drinking Kermit. Kermit, yay me. Kermit wrap. Oh gosh. And this is the deal, guys. You make something with the pretty Kermit. I need photos of that as well. You can hashtag me or @ me or something on Instagram if you don't want to put it into the Fibrofic Fun Zone group. Because I know not everyone's on Facebook. Joss could make a shawl. You could totally crochet a shawl out of it, Josh. You don't even have to knit it. I wouldn't even make you knit with it. Tammy is going to get a timeout. Yeah. No. Kim, Tammy won't get a timeout because she's got a spanner. Definitely a crochet shawl. It'll be laced with beads and look so beautiful. Maybe an entry for next year's show. Oh. A shawl would be better with beads. Seriously, can you guys hear that noise? That's my dog eating out of her bowl. I swear she's eating the bowl. Are you right, Snowy? Gosh, anyone would think I don't feed him. Alright. Joss found the frog. Is this an iPhone thing, you guys, that you can put the frogs in the chat? Might be an iPhone thing. I can't do it from the desktop. Oh, need to bring it down there. You guys are going to want to see progress shots of this spinning, aren't you? Because, like, I've got 50 grams and it's going to take me 20 years because, like, I barely even put a dent on it. Margaret is road tripping today. Oh, no. Margaret's missing out. Again. Alright, so the prize for today is going to go to My Miss Minnie. I've got to write it down, My Miss Minnie. Hang on, just let me... Because green goes to... Don't fall down. My Miss Minnie. And then it's called Kermit now, isn't it? Yes to progress shots. No! God! This will probably be the only time I spin for like the next 6 months. You'll be like, what's this... Why have you randomly inserted this photo of fibre spinning that we haven't seen for 27 years? Because, like, I get bored. Miss Minnie is the winner of the Kermit yarn. Hi, Catherine. Now, you guys don't forget to go in and thumbs up the videos. I'll just throw it around. If you click the smiley face under the comments box, it brings up all the emojis. Oh, hang on. Smiley face, comments box. Oh, emoji land. Woohoo! There we go. And enter. I did it. I am so sad. All right, back to the keyboard. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I'll make something super special so it wins at the show. Congratulations, Miss Minnie. Oh, yes. Thank you. That would be cool. But don't feel like you have to. You could make something for yourself. Yeah. The frog is in there too. Oh, I'll have a dig through later when I'm not like... I'm trying to do this last little bit before we run out of time because it's technically 11 o'clock, you guys. And I know we all want me to go over, and that's why you don't tell me. I know your evil plans. Hey Tara, how are you going? You coming? We're sort of getting ready to sign off. Tara is another one from not Australia. Wrong technology, no frogs for you. Are we distracting you? Yeah, as a matter of fact, you totally are. Do you know what's going to happen though? Is I'm going to want to take this out and sit on the couch and keep spinning. And I really have got work to do. No, I'm not going to stop right now. I'm doing this bit of fluff. I'm still going. I won't end in a piece of fluff. Like, I'm not that evil, right? Like, there's plenty evil about many things. Hey, has anyone seen the preview for Ready Player One? Because I reckon that looks really awesome. I love the audiobook. I miss that Will Wheaton's not going to be in the movie, which is kind of sad. Because I think him reading the audiobook was a big part of why I definitely listened to it. Tara says, I know I didn't see the notification. I was drop spinning myself. Oh, awesome, Tara. I think next week we might give away some fibre. So I'm spinning up some 50% Mongolian... No, what am I doing? It's 50%... Oh, yeah, 50% Mongolian cashmere, 50% mulberry silk is what I'm spinning. So maybe next week we might give away some fluff. So if you want to make sure... Someone's trying to ring me again. I don't know the number. I'll have to look at it later. If you want to make sure that you don't miss the videos, there's a notification bell you can tick. But I mean, obviously, if you are... what am I going to say? What am I trying to say? If you're busy and you don't have your phone handy, then you're going to miss it no matter what, really. Gorgeous Fabri, I don't know what that means. Do you have spindles? As in, do I sell spindles or do I have a lot? Because I personally own like quite a little collection of spindles because I'm tragic. Yeah, it's a bit like that. I'm out of coffee. I ran out. I have no drink because I drank my coffee too fast. Hang on. I'm nearly at the end of this piece of fluff. Whoop! Done. Yeah, notifications only work if you're near the device. That's true. Oh, hang on. Let's butterfly you off. Oh, do I sell spindles? Look, at the moment, I don't. I'm considering it. There's some great hand makers in Australia. Lair of the Bearded Dragon, Luxury Overdose, and a couple of other... Malcolm Fielding, when you can get one of his. Hang on a second, guys. I've just got to... I was just looking for something. Yeah, if you can get a Malcolm Fielding, then his are good as well. So if people win, they can get a spindle to use it with. Yeah, look, I can recommend some people to get spindles from, but at the moment I don't sell them. If I did start selling them, they would probably be imports from the US. There's some amazing spindle makers in the US. And in the UK as well. Like, yeah. But it just, there's not very many here in Australia that make good spindles. Malcolm has the metal tips. Yeah, some of his don't. Or at least some of his older ones don't. All of his ones have metal tips now, because that would annoy me. I won't use a metal tip. Otherwise, I'd use it for felting, and it seems like a waste. Look, honestly, I think it is a little bit of a waste, but I mean, it depends on what you're felting, really, doesn't it? Scott Snyder is... Yeah, I love Snyder's spindles. I've got... What have I got of his? I've got one of his Destiny spindles, a couple of Turkish, and a Scottish spindle. So, but I got one of his first runs of Scottish that don't have the lip, so I'm a bit miffy about that. Yeah, Scott Snyder's really nice. Follow him on Instagram. He does live videos of him making like you know, getting his lathe out and making up the spindles and stuff. It's really cool to watch. So yes, and I think it's just Scott Snyder on Instagram. I'd have to have a look. He made my baby Turk. I've got a baby Turk with T-Rexes cut into it, because one of the nicknames I have is Rexy because of my short arms. So, because it's very scary. Yes, he is hilarious. Tara's got Snyders. Look at all of us Snyder fans in here. Yeah, no, he makes a beautiful spindle, and they're always really well balanced, which I like. I hate, my pet peeve is buying a spindle, like especially if it's sight unseen, because like being in Australia, we have to get most of them shipped over. And you get your spindle and it's not balanced. And that just bothers me so much. It's like, it's pretty, but it's useless. Getting a balanced spindle is super important. Sorry, I had a lot on my cob. So if any of you want to see how to get started on support spindling, I've got a YouTube video up. So just hit Fiberific and then type supported spindle, or even just search supported spindle Fiberific. I actually think it's one of my most viewed videos now, which is amusing. So we got up to here. So we got that much done, which isn't a lot, because there's still this much fluff left. I'm going to be going for 20 years. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for joining in today's live chat. I'll be back again next Thursday, Australia, 10 AM Brisbane time. I don't know what time that is for everybody else, so you've got just Google. So I do start at the same time, pretty much within a few minutes, unless there's like technical issues, which has been known to happen. So those of you that have only just joined in, so about an hour ago, whatever an hour ago was for you. So, and I always have things to give away, and sometimes it's yarn and sometimes it's fibre. So just come and join in. We have the Tutorial Tuesday starting next week for the sock kits. We're going to be making those beautiful rainbow socks. There's photos and links up on the Fiberific Fun Zone. Craig says thank you and great live vid. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Anka. Thanks, Michelle. I will see you all next week. Bye.